Good afternoon and welcome to Spectrum Television News at 12 a.m. We are MM come to you live from the capital city of Akwa State, Nigeria. Let's take a look at the headlines. NGF commends Nigerians for successes recorded by the country in its 26th year of unbroken civil rule. Senate replies critics says National Assembly will rubber stamp in Nigeria's interest. Plus, North Korea claims warship launch successful on second try. We'll bring you details of these stories and more in a moment. We begin the news this afternoon from the national scene where President Bola Tinubu has extended condolences to Prime Minister Narendra Modi. The government and the people of the Republic of India following the crash of Air India flight A1171 near Ahmedabad. Reports say the London-bound Boeing 7878 Dreamliner carrying 2 pilots, 10 cabin crew, 169 Indians, 53 Britons, 7 Portuguese and 1 Canadian crashed at about 1 p.m. yesterday as Ahmedabad. Reacting, the Prime Minister Modi said the incident has stunned and saddened everyone, adding that Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel International Airport in Ahmedabad has been shut till further notice. Meanwhile, in a statement signed by his special advisor on information and strategy, Nanika, President Tinubu expressed deep sorrow over the tragic incident and offered prayers for the families of the victims, the injured, and the entire Indian nation during this moment of grief. Tinubu also commiserated with the leaders of Great Britain, Portugal, and Canada over losing their nationals on the ill-fated flight. He commended the swift response of the emergency agency in India and expressed his confidence in their capacity and compassion to make a difference in the complicated situation. The president prayed that God will receive the souls of the departed and comfort their families. In the meantime, President Tinubu has reaffirmed his commitment to strengthen democracy in Nigeria, pledging to do all within his power to protect and promote democratic values. He made this promise during his State of the Nation address at a joint session of the National Assembly in Abuja held to commemorate Democracy Day. The president, in the course of the event, conferred national honors on Kudirat Abiola, the wife of the late MKO Abiola, a former chairman of the defunct National Electoral Commission (NEC), Humphrey Mosu, a former vice president, among others. President Tinubu also conferred the commander of the Order of the Niger CON Award on Mosu and the Grand Commander of the Federal Republic GCFR on Shehu Musa Yar'Adua. Apart from these individuals, Tinubu honored some distinguished Nigerians, including human rights lawyer Femi Falana, Nobel laureate Wole Soyinka, and the Catholic Bishop of Sokoto Diocese, Hassan Kuka, with national awards. He also granted a national honor of CON on Uncle Sam Amuka Pemu, a legendary journalist and publisher who remains true to his lifetime calling as he marks his 90th birthday on the 13th of June. The Nigeria Governors Forum (NGF) has commended Nigerians for the successes recorded by the country in its 26th year of unbroken civil rule. NGF restated its members' commitment to work with the federal government and other stakeholders to deepen democracy. In a statement by its chairman Abdul Rahman Abdul Razak, the forum described June 12 as a watershed in the national history, adding that despite the challenges the nation and citizens have encountered in the democratic journey, appreciable progress has been recorded. Abdul Rahman, who is also the Kwara State Governor, and some NGF members later issued and read individual statements in which they enumerated their efforts at delivering democracy dividends. From the red chambers, the leadership of the National Assembly has reflected on 26 years of unbroken democratic governance and resolved to double down on the delivery of democratic dividends to Nigerians. The Senate President Godswill Akpabio and House of Representatives Speaker Abbas Tajuddin spoke for the federal lawmakers during yesterday's joint sitting. President Bola Tinubu got a request from the lawmakers that the parliament should henceforth be used as a platform for the delivery of the State of the Nation address. Speaking, Abbas made the request while Akpabio turned it into a motion, which was unanimously adopted by the lawmakers. As the lawmakers unanimously adopted the motion, Akpabio told President Tinubu to consider the request while also paying tribute to him for being the first president to deliver the State of the Nation address to the nation through the parliament. Akpabio described President Tinubu as a symbol of democratic resistance and a veteran of Nigeria's democratic trenches, declaring that his presence at the National Assembly on June 12 was not only historic but deeply symbolic. In the meantime, the Senate has reacted to criticism that the current National Assembly is a rubber stamp to President Bola Tinubu-led executive. The chairman of the Senate Committee on Media and Publicity, Senator Yemi Adamadu, said the current National Assembly rubber stamps everything that is in the best interest of Nigerians. Adamadu noted that the legislative arm of government is the soft target of most Nigerians. Now to Africa, where the China-Africa Economic Partnership for Shared Development would offer duty-free access to the Chinese market to all African countries if agreed by the two sides. The measure was announced as African foreign ministers gathered in central China to review the implementation of outcomes of the Forum on China-Africa Cooperation (FORCAC) held last September. The initiative aims to facilitate greater market access for African exports, especially from least developed countries, and inject new momentum into China Africa economic ties. Chinese President Xi Jinping made this known in a congratulatory message to the ministerial meeting of coordinators on the implementation of FORCAC follow up actions held in Shanghai, China. On the forum scene, North Korea has said that it has successfully relaunched its new 5,000-ton naval destroyer less than a month after it capsized during the first attempted launch. The country's leader, Kim Jong-un, had reacted furiously to the warship's failed launch in May and demanded it be quickly repaired. At least four officials, three shipyard officials, and one senior official have since been arrested over the incident. According to reports, the ship has now been fully restored, but given how quickly it has been relaunched, experts are questioning whether the repairs are complete. Still on the foreign scene, Israel's military says Iran has fired about 100 drones towards its territory after Israel launched a major attack on Iran overnight. The IDF says it carried out strikes, adding that Revolutionary Guard Chief Hossein Salami and other commanders have been killed. The force noted that residential areas in Tehran were hit and civilians were among those killed, including children. Reports say Israel has declared a state of emergency, saying the country expected counterattacks in the immediate future. Still to come in the news. Liverpool agrees £116 million deal for Whites. Stay tuned for details of this and more in a moment.
Get ready for the exciting showdown, the biggest names, the toughest competition, and the most thrilling moments. From the gridiron to hardwood, and from the pitch to the track. Join us for Sports Central, the most electrifying sports program on television, every weekday from 11 a.m. to 12 noon on Spectrum Television. Sports Central, your home for sports.
Broadening your horizon is what every living being not only genuinely desires, but heartily pursues and intentionally invests in. For in the gathering of men, only those whose minds are in tune with the dynamics of the past, present, and future innovations, inventions, politics, and governance are respected. They are Spectrum Television, and broadening your horizon is our obsession. Risk on your decoder now to connect Spectrum Television on the frequency 12589, symbol rate 26250. That is frequency 12589, symbol rate 26250, polarization horizontal, and join our online community at spectrumtvlive.ng. For further inquiries, please call 0704 158 5642 or 0704 541 7707. Spectrum Television, broadening your horizon.
Welcome back and thanks for staying tuned in conclusion of news this hour. In our business news, the Nigerian Upstream Petroleum Regulatory Commission (NUPRC) has told oil producers that it is set to implement the drill or drop policy. The chief executive of the NUPRC, Benga Komolafe, disclosed this when he received a delegation from the Independent Petroleum Producers Group at the Commission's headquarters in Abuja. According to a statement by the NUPRC, Komolafe emphasized that oil and gas producers must either begin production within a specified time frame or relinquish their licenses. He stated that the policy aimed to revitalize the oil sector, ensure optimal use of assets, and boost government revenue. Still in business, the Manufacturers Association of Nigeria (MAN) has decried the high interest rates by banks as manufacturing exports crashed from the last peak of 1.04 trillion naira in the third quarter of 2024 to 294.4 billion naira in quarter 1 of 2025, representing a 746.3 billion naira plunge. Foreign trade data from the National Bureau of Statistics show that manufacturing export value in quarter 1 2025 was 294.4 billion naira, indicating a 40.43% decline from 494.2 billion naira recorded in the preceding quarter. In an interview, the Director General of MAN, Shegun Ajayi Kadia, noted that the sector's performance had slumped due to policy fallout, especially the 27.5% monetary policy rate, which has diminished the sector's viability. In health, the United Nations Children's Fund (UNICEF) has expressed concern over the recent detection of a variant of the poliovirus in four local government areas of Kano State. UNICEF's Chief of Field Office in Kano, Rahama Mohammed, raised the alarm during the June edition of the Media Dialogue on Polio and Routine Immunization held in the state. He disclosed that surveillance activities conducted in 2025 revealed the presence of the virus in Warakwa Bukure, Kano Municipality. Stressing that no community is safe until polio is fully eradicated. He urged stakeholders, including government at all levels, traditional rulers, and the media, to strengthen awareness campaigns and prioritize vaccination especially in vulnerable communities. Move now to sports where Liverpool have agreed a £160 million deal to sign Germany attacking midfielder Florian Wirtz from Bayern Leverkusen. The fee includes a guaranteed £100 million and a further £16 million in add-ons. Those bonus payments would become payable if Reds achieve a sustained level of success at the elite level and would only then become a British record. Reyes made his debut for Leverkusen at the age of 17, scoring 57 goals in 197 games for the club. He helped them win the Bundesliga for the first time in 2024 and has scored 7 goals in 31 appearances for Germany since making his national debut in 2021. Staying sports, Ademola Lookman is in the running for Atalanta's Goal of the Season award. Lookman had 2 goals nominated for the individual accolade. The Nigerian international's superb strike in Atalanta's 3-2 loss to Real Madrid was the first on the list. The 27-year-old also earned nomination for his sublime finish in La Dia's 5-0 trouncing of Empoli at the Gary Stadium. Beckman will be looking to add another individual award to his collections after sweeping Atalanta's Player of the Season prize for the last 2 campaigns. He scored 22 tries and recorded 5 assists in 46 appearances competitions for the Bergamo club last season. Lastly, on the news of bizarre and entertainment, Nigerian actress and activist Katie Henshaw has expressed sadness over the state of the nation. Henshaw said there was nothing to show for Nigeria's 26 years of uninterrupted democracy, stating that the country's democratic experience means nothing to the majority of the people of the country. The actress said there is nothing to celebrate in terms of the longevity of democratic rule if it continues to fall short of addressing citizens' needs. She, however, called on Nigerians not to give up, insisting that governments at all levels must be held accountable. And that's all we have on the news at noon. Do well to follow us on social media, subscribe to our YouTube channel, all of which you can find on our website, spectrumtvlive.ng. This has been Spectrum Television News. I am Udai Emma. Thanks for watching. Enjoy the rest of your day. Good afternoon. Spectrum TV, broadening your horizon.